What up guys, GangstaPranksta back with a brand new episode of Gangsta Plays. Today we are here with episode 307, but before we get into today's episode, hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, episode 306, where we played Astro's Playroom, a really fun platformer. If you missed that episode, go check it out. It's a free-to-play PS5 game, tons of awesome PlayStation Easter eggs. It was a lot of fun. I actually went back and played the whole thing. Like, I beat the whole game. We'll talk more about that later. But very enjoyable game, and I love the Easter egg. So go check that out. And today's episode, we are here with episode 307, and we've got a special game. This is a game I've been wanting to play for quite a bit, ever since I first laid my eyes on it. And our game today is an indie game called Coromon. Now, Coromon does share the same name as a Digimon. Shout out to Coromon. Love me some Digimon. It is closer to a different Mon than Digimon, and it is a game that's kind of in the same vein as Pokemon. The classic Pokemon games that you would play on your handheld Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, SP, the ones that came out after, the foldable ones. I forgot what that one was called. But we are playing Coromon, and this is basically a kind of spiritual successor of Pokemon. It's a monster battle simulator type thing where you capture them and you evolve them, you make them stronger and stuff. When I first saw it, I was just like, oh my god, that is Pokemon. That is my childhood. I remember putting so many fucking hours and playing the same game, because I'd play like Silver, and I was like, alright, cool, beat Silver, go play Gold, the exact same fucking game, and then I'd play Crystal, and I would have a blast with each of them. So it just took me back to a very special time in my life when I was a young child with a Game Boy, and not much to worry about, but that was a different part of my life. So immediately when I saw this, I was like, I gotta play this. I actually picked this up during the Christmas sale that happened. I think it was late last year, early this year. But right now, if you are interested in this game, you can go check it out on the Steam page. I believe this is only on Steam, and right now Steam is having their spring sale. So if you're interested in this game or any other game, go check it out. They have tons of great deals. But without further ado, let's jump into Coromon. Let's assemble a team. I just want to play. Honestly, I'm just very excited to play a game like this. Knock, knock. I don't assume there's going to be a voiceover, because that was not Pokemon. But look at this aesthetic right here. Like, come on, this is super retro. This is our mother. Rise and shine, honey. Didn't you hear your alarm? Don't close your eyes again. Today is your first day of work at Lux Solus. Quest started. Did not get to see what that said. Why don't you put on something nice? You want to make a good impression. Yes, Mom. Oh, we get to design our character. I'm just going to look as generic as possible. Skin tone's fine. Actually, I do kind of want to... Oh, what the hell? Oh, clothing. I do kind of want to see what the random simulator would give us. Yeah, let's try them. I might just end up... Oh man, I look like an old fucking person. Jesus Christ. I look like I invented Pokemon. I'm going to try playing on mouse or on controller. I might switch to mouse and keyboard, because right now the controller doesn't seem too responsive as the mouse and keyboard would be. I'm just going to assemble a quick little guy, and then we will come back. Alright, so I created my character. I kind of wanted to do like a mix between like Ash and like Tai. Ash from Pokemon and Tai from Digimon. And you can see the Tai inspiration with the goggles on the head. No real Ash characteristics there, but you know what? Fuck it, we're just going to go with it. I just want to play the game. I look great, thank you. And of course I'm going to have to put a name in. What name should I put? Should I just do Ash? Alright, so I made this name Tai-sh. For some reason it kind of looks like a name, but basically it's Tai from Digimon and kind of Ash. But I was looking, I was like, what if I add an I, then I become Tai-shi? And that's kind of a cooler name than Tai-sh. So I think I'm just going to become Tai-shi. I'm going to add an I to the end of it, which is inspiration from absolutely nothing. But we're going to be Tai-shi. Sure, yeah. So random, but whatever. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to try playing on mouse and keyboard, but I might switch over Or, sorry, reverse that. I'm gonna try playing. Oh my god, I could play Flappy Squirmy. I'm gonna try playing on, god damn it. I'm gonna try playing on controller, and if it doesn't play too well, I'm gonna switch to mouse and keyboard. How do I play? Okay, just tap. Okay, this is not the game I wanted to play. It like skipped there. I believe you saw it. Whatever. I want to play fucking Pokemon. No, forget it. Just let me go find some. Well, Coromon. I'm probably gonna say Pokemon like 100 times, but this is my comfy bed. Okay, so if he sees something he can interact with, it'll have that mark, the exclamation point in the bottom right. The pocket money I've been saving. Now it's time to use it. Oh, 500 gold. Sweet. I'm glad I looked around. I don't think anything else. Oh, it's my clothing drawer. We're gonna walk out of there. Maybe we'll check out Mom's room. Looks pretty cool. Mom's got a sick bedroom. Actually, what is this book here? Dear Diary, tomorrow is what we've been waiting for. Oh, I got an achievement. It's the first day of Taishi's dream job. I'm so proud. I better hurry and make a reservation at Taishi's favorite breakfast place. Yes, Sunset Grill, which is an actual breakfast place. That's not bad, to be honest. That's, actually, I think there was a door to go down. Hold on. Or am I wrong here? Okay, maybe it's a window. Yeah, Sunset Grill. I don't know if they're anywhere else in the world, in the States or anything else like that. It's a breakfast place. Their food's pretty good. You can get, like, a decent breakfast there. I like it. Some people probably would say, like, Denny's. And Denny's is alright. It's just, like, I haven't had good experiences with Denny's. I'll just say that. Good morning, Taishi. You're looking sharp. Thank you, Mom. You must be so excited. You're finally going to become a Lux Solus battle researcher. Ooh. To celebrate your new job, I made a reservation at your favorite breakfast place. We can head there before going to the station. God damn it, why you gotta stretch out the beginning? Just let me go get some Coromons. Come on! What about our brother here? Dexter, dear, please keep an eye on the cakes in the oven. Oh, multiple cakes. Maybe she's making like a layered cake type thing. Okay, Mom. We're not taking our little brother here? I broke your Flappy Swarmy high score last night. Beaten by your little bro. You bastard. You get no cake and you get no breakfast, so fuck you. Can I check on the cakes? There are cakes in the oven, but these need a little more time. Cool. Okay. I guess let's go have breakfast. I do want to explore the village. Like, this would be our pallet town. Is it as cool? Oh, wow, we're skipping breakfast. A delicious breakfast later. We're going straight to the train station. Cool. So here we are, Taishi, at the starting line of your own adventure. Look at you all grown up and choosing your own path in life. I'm a little sad to see you go. Our little boy's growing up, but I'm also very proud of you. Ever since you were little, you've been dreaming of working for Lux Solus. That's a very weird dream since you were a kid. You know, some people want to be astronauts, cowboys, a dinosaur. You know, remember when you were a little kid and you're like, yeah, I want to be a fucking dinosaur. And then you're like, oh, you can't be a dinosaur because no place is looking to hire a dinosaur. I know you're ready for this. That's why I got you a little something. I've been saving up for this day so you don't have to worry about gold. You're gonna give me more gold? Here you go, don't spend it all in one place. 3,000 gold, so we're sitting on 3,500 gold. Thanks, Mom, that's very sweet. I'll make good use of it. Glad to hear that, honey. Oh look, I can see the train approaching. Is this a special train? It looked exactly like the other ones. Excuse me. Burping. Do you have everything you need? Your backpack, your ticket, clean underwear? Don't worry, Mom, I'm old enough to take care of myself. Train is about to depart. You better get on before it leaves without you. But first, a big hug. Okay, I guess that was a hug. Alright, arrivederci, Mom. Ah, crying face. Tell Dexter I'm gonna delete his flappy squirmy record. And here is where our adventure begins on a... I was gonna say bullet train, but that would be a very big exaggeration. But we have arrived. Quest updated. Did not see... that part doesn't stay up long enough to for me to read it. But I guess we're just going past. We're in. Oh, I was accidentally walking into a wall. Are we already in the Lux? I think we are, because the little logo here says L, and I'm going to assume that little dot is like a planet. At Lux Solus, we offer trainers the opportunity to customize their experience. Most trainers pick the normal difficulty, but selecting a higher difficulty could be worth the challenge. Ooh, interesting. You trying to bait me into that? A floating globe. How does this even work? This looks difficult. Oh, not even going to interact with it. We've got a coffee here. Motivation in a mug. We've got a laptop. Can't mess with it. Let's talk to the receptionist here. Hello and welcome to the Lux Solus campus. How may I assist you? Hello, my name is Taishi. I'm starting out as a battle researcher today. A new colleague. How lovely. I think you'll have a wonderful time working for Lux Solus. Please give me a moment while I check your registration. I do want to look up the name Taishi. I want to see if it was like in any fucking anime. Oh, we already ran out of time. Aha, I see. It looks like we still need to know your preferred difficulty. With this, we can personalize your adventure. Most trainers use the normal difficulty, which I would recommend for the regular experience. Take this handbook and read it well. It explains the difference of each difficulty in detail. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll read it carefully. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'll actually read it, even though I'll probably just go with normal. Trainers looking for a challenge may consider using a difficulty other than the normal difficulty, but what exactly does that entail? This book will explain the rules. Alright, cool. Alright, easy. We're not even going to read that. Normal. This difficulty is for the regular experience. No extra rules are applied. Hard. This difficulty is for trainers who want a challenge. If one of your Coromon faints, it will leave your squad. Heeding the call of the wild, it returns to the habitat. The most challenging difficulty, insane. In addition to the rules of the hard difficulty, these rules will also apply. You can't escape from any battle. Real trainers stand up for themselves. You may only catch one Coromon in each area using the Lux Lure. If it faints or you are out of luck, though, you are free to capture any perfect Coromon. Interesting. So that's the, fuck, I forgot the rule set for Pokemon. The name escapes me now. Lock. Nuzlocke. There we go. Remembered it. Yeah, if your Pokemon dies, it leaves your party. You have to get rid of it. And you can only capture one in each area. Okay, so we're gonna go with normal. Thank you for the options, though. Okay, we've read the book. It's fascinating. We're going normal. Custom? What's the preset difficulty? Oh, you can... Oh, shit, you can customize the whole thing. Damn. Damn, that is pretty cool. Damn, that is really cool. Prevent catching duplicates. I do like that option. You are not allowed to catch a Coromon if you already own a Coromon in that same evolution tree. That was one thing I was wondering. I'm like, how many different Coromons are in this? I'm just going to go preset difficulty. We're just going to go normal. Yes. There's a lot of options here. But I'm just going to play on the base difficulty. And if so pleases me to, you know, play again, then I will mess around with all that. I've made all the necessary adjustments for you. You can now return to that computer at any time to change your difficulty. Great. Before we continue, can you tell me if you have followed a Lux Solus trainer course before? This is my first visit. Every battle researcher requires a gauntlet. What an intimidating word. In order to carry Coromon safely around Velva or Velua? I don't know. We'll just say Velva. We have several color variations from which you can choose. One moment, please. We have Gela blue variants. Okay. The Patterbit green variant. Is this the Coromons? And last but not least, the Infinix red variant. Please choose the one you like the most. What is this? Is this like my Pokedex type thing? I'm gonna go green. Just because it stands out, like I already got like a red shirt and the blue kind of blends in with the, I'm gonna call it a morpher. We're gonna go Power Rangers with this. We're gonna mix all my fucking childhood shows into one. Digimon, Pokemon, Power Rangers. We're gonna go green. Just because it stands out more than the others. Yeah, let's go. A green gauntlet. Cool. Good choice. That one goes well with your eyes. Okay, thank you. Please take this Lux Recall RC. This state-of-the-art device allows for a streamlined training experience. Alright, cool. Your first stop will be the Coromon Lab, where Gideon will help you get started. You can find him in the next building over. So I'm super excited to see what Coromon they give us to start with. Or maybe they're just like, hey, you know what? Here's some balls. Go find somebody. Have fun and shine bright. Yeah, I looked up nothing on the monsters because I really wanted the monsters to be a surprise for me. I don't know how many there are. I'm very interested to see how many there are. The evolutions, no idea. I literally have no idea about anything. I just saw that it was a Pokemon type game, and I was like, yo, you had me right there. Like, you don't need to say anything else. Hello, Neil. You want some advice for a new battle researcher? Well, I once forgot where I had to go for my quest. Then I remember I could check my logbook in the menu to see where I had to go. Keep that in mind if you get lost. Okay. Is this the lab? Yes, it is. I am going to talk to this guy first. My sister can buy all the stuff she wants because she has become such a successful battle researcher. That's why I'm following in her footsteps. Alright, cool. Are you going to be... I'm wondering who's going to be my Gary. Who's going to be my Brock, my Misty, who's, you know... This is obviously going to be my Professor Oak. Hello, Peter. I wish you had a cooler, you know, lab name, like scientist or something. Anyways, you must be the new battle researcher. I've heard so much about you. That's kind of weird because I really didn't reveal much. Gideon is the one that'll help you up to speed. Let me fetch him for you. Okay, yeah, I forgot it's Gideon, not Peter. Oh, Gideon. Yeah, we have matching things. It looks like Gideon is out for lunch. But no worries, I can take a quick break to get you everything you need. Follow me. Oh, what is that thing on the left there? First of all, let me grab you a data chip. Thank you. The data chip is a nifty chip for your gauntlet that will record every Coromon-related action you take. All the data is sent back to us, where it is analyzed right here in this very lab. As an incentive for sending us oodles of interesting data, you will be rewarded handsomely, of course. Milestones and promotion bonuses can be redeemed right in your menu. Isn't that handy? It's pretty simple stuff. I'm sure you'll figure it out as soon as you get more comfortable at the job. Alright, you're almost good to go, but you wouldn't get far without our generous employee starter package. We got a spinner, we got 6 of them, we got HP cakes, we got SP cakes, more Lux recalls, a type manual. The type manual in there will be especially invaluable throughout your journey. I suggest taking a quick gander at it before setting out. I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh, actually this will help us tell what kind of types they're gonna be. So we got normal, pretty simple, electric, ghost, sand, fire, ice, water, magic. Okay, that's it's skill. That's a skill. That's not a type, I believe. Okay, so the rest are skills. Okay, so we got how many types? 1, 2, 3. We got 7 types. That's not bad. Normal, electric, ghost, sands. I mean, I think it should be ground instead of sand, but we'll have to wait to see what kind of Coromons they are. Fire, very standard. No grass. Now that I think of it, there are no grass type. What the fuck? They're supposed to be the trifecta of Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and each one can kind of take each other out, but I'm guessing it would be electric, taking the spot of grass? Anyways, let's look at the skills. So we got magic, foul, heavy, air, poison, and cuts. That's a weird one. Okay, cool. Well then, I know how excited you must be to get your very own Coromon. Nelson will provide you with one downstairs. Let's fucking go! That's pretty much it from me. I gotta get back to work now. Yep, no problem. New traits don't discover themselves, you know. Okay, I didn't see a staircase going down. Oh, well, this actual escalator here. Hell yeah. Let me see my Coromons, bro. I am so excited. I believe your name was Nelson? Yes, it is. Ah, that smell. I swear I washed this morning. The smell of a starry-eyed battle researcher here to receive their first Coromon. Just hold a tight moment while I finish updating the Coromon Connectifier. Sure, I was gonna say I was gonna look up the Tai Chi name. That should do it. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Nelson, head of the Coromon lab. Let's connect you to a Coromon. We'll run a series of tests to find out which one is most suited to your personality. Oh, that's interesting. That's the enthusiasm I love to hear. Let me just hop over and take some quick measurements. Let me see. Oh, he's got a fatty. You've got a thick ass. I think this will be the perfect Coromon for you. Now comes the fun part. The machine is ready to scan your What the fuck? Scan your brainwaves. Please enter. All this for this personality test thing? Can't I just pick one? Like, what if... whatever. Please keep still during the scan, otherwise you might lose an arm, or worse, damage my machine. Yeah, I wouldn't want to damage your machine. Alright, let's do this thing. Analysis commence. Okay, let me look up the Tai Chi name real quick. Let me see if I get any names. So Tai Chi, I guess I'll just look up anime. Okay, so I looked up the name Tai Chi. I did find one character that's named Tai Chi, and he was in a anime called Tokyo Ghoul. I believe I heard of that. I think it was, maybe it was a manga, maybe it wasn't a anime. Anyways, Tai Chi is not an original name. That's all I wanted to look up. I will now ask you a series of questions while the machine measures your brain activity. Question 1, you encounter a wild Coromon. What is your first reaction? I would say probably try and capture it, especially since I'm starting out, so... I would try and capture as many Coromon as I would... as many as would come to me. I would do that too. What is your motivation for becoming a battle researcher? Interesting. I want to earn a good living. I want to tame the strongest Coromon. I want to protect Velua's environment. Wow. Well, the good living thing, no. If there was an option for, like, travel around the island, and I guess protect would probably be the closest one by traveling all over. Yeah, we'll go protect the environment. Because I'm definitely not in it for the money, or to get the strongest one. I do want to be the best, though. Is that... I don't know. Which of these 3 attacks appeals the most? Fiery Breath, Inner Peace, or Toughen Up? It's going to be Fiery Breath. Not my favorite, but let's continue. Which of these colors appeals to you the most? Arctic Blue, Navy Blue, Crimson Red. Why are you going to give me 2 types of blues? Like, spread this shit out. Arctic Blue, I'm assuming that's like a light blue, like a whitish blue. Navy Blue is okay, depends how dark it is. And then Crimson Red. I'll say Arctic Blue. Out of all those options. That's the same color as my living room. Final question. Describe your ideal first dates, because of course I'm going to have sex with the Coromon. Candlelit dinner, skydiving, and museum tour. Skydiving, I'd say, is off the table. That's probably like a last date where we both just, you know, crash into the ground and die. Can be devastating if our first date we both die or one of us dies in a skydiving accident. Candlelit dinner, that's like stereotypical. I'm gonna go museum tour. I just think that's different. You know, everyone kind of expects the dinner and movie, well, type of shit. Ah, fuck it, let's go to a museum. What kind of museum? That I have no idea. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Piece of cake. Fantastic. You must be excited to hear the results. Stand in front of the hatches when you're ready. So am I gonna get... Oh, I do get options. Okay, that's what I was very worried about. Here are your options. Announcing the Fire Coromon Toruga. Okay. This Coromon is very strong, loves to battle, and can learn powerful moves. Cool. What the hell is that thing? Does he have like a ring? Nibbligar, a water-type Coromon. Okay. This Coromon has high endurance in battles and is able to outlast most other Coromon. And okay, so it looks like water, ice, and fire. And finally, the Icemon Cub Zero. That's a sick name. Honestly, best name. That should honestly be a name in a fucking Pokemon. Cub Zero? That's sick. This Coromon is a jack of all trades, the perfect balance between offense and defense. And now the results of your analysis. Probably, I would assume, fire. The algorithm shows multiple options that would be a good match. You and the Ice Coromon Cub Zero would go well together. Okay, I had my eye on him, to be honest. I hope I can, like, click on them and see, like, a good picture of them, because just judging off the little sprite versions of them here, I can't really get, like, a good feel for, like, what they look like. With the Water Coromon Nibbligar, I guess we'll say. Nibbligar. You'll surely get far. That makes it hard to choose, right? Why don't you take a closer look, trust your instincts, and pick the one you like the most? There we go. Summary. Can we see him up close? Okay, so he is a little bear type thing in a snowball. That's cute. He's got 3 stages. Oh, I can just go straight up. Okay, cool. I was trying to mess with the evolution details. Okay, each of them have 3 stages of evolution. Cool. Oh, you can even change their color. Okay, I wonder if that affects anything. So right now I'm strictly going on looks. So we got Cub Zero, very cute. We got Nibbligar, who is a shark-looking thing that's holding a ring? I don't know. And then we've got like a fire turtle, which is pretty freaking cool. Honestly, this is a tough decision. I thought this wasn't going to be as tough. I'm actually torn between the 3. But it's probably going to come down to their type. Do I want to go fire? Do I want to go water? Do I want to go ice? Alright, I think I'm going to go with Toruga. He looks super cute. He's a fire Pokemon, or fire Coromon, sorry. That's usually the type that I start with. I usually go fire. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what type do I usually go with? It's usually fire. I'll go with the Charmanders, the Cyndaquils, Torchic. Yeah, we're going to go Toruga. Let's pick him. That's going to be my guy. Oh, he's even got a cute voice. Okay, let's hear everyone's voice. Hold on. That's kind of scary. Yeah, we're going Toruga. Okay, that was the cherry on top. Gotta have a cute voice. Yeah, we're gonna pick Toruga. No nickname. I'm a no nickname kind of guy. And I'm looking at the achievement here. I don't know if it popped up on screen, but it had the picture of all 3 of these Coromons. So I'm assuming whatever personality traits you choose in that little thing, these are still going to be your options no matter what. So I believe that is the case. All right. I see you set your heart on Taruga. The Coromon Connectifier will take your answer into consideration to improve its algorithm. Alright, cool. Your Taruga seems to have a Coromon trait. Very useful indeed. But you won't get far out there with just one Coromon. Take this. Oh, I thought he was going to give us another one. I was like, bro, I just fucking really delved deep into who I should pick. Do I want this? And, yeah, almost baited me in. Anyways, take this Pitterbit for extra protection. Patterbit, join your squad. He just gave me another Coromon? Now that you've got your Coromon, let's give that data chip of yours a test run. I'll activate your Lux Recall RC to take us to the battlegrounds. Hold on. Here we are. Are you prepared for your first battle? We're going to battle? Aren't you an expert? Don't worry, it'll be a fair fight. I've brought my Nimblegar, which has the same level as your Taruga. Helpful tip, if you hold down on your skills, you'll get a detailed overview of their effects. Be sure to try it out if you're ever confused with what a skill does. Good luck, Taishi, give it your all. Ready? Let's jam. Oh, we're in a fight. I want to know what that second thing is that he gave us. Oh my god. Let's see our squad, hold on. So, Patterbit is a Coromon? That is a fucking weird looking Coromon. What type of thing is this? It's a normal. Okay. Interesting that they gave us a second Coromon already. We're gonna go with an attack. We're going Slam, which I'm assuming is gonna be the tackle of this game. Wait. The opposing Nimblegar use Mighty Roar. My attack has decreased from, what, 2 to 1 damage? No, I think it still does 2. Critical hit. Shit. Let's go. Come on, bro. I'm gonna do, like, nothing for damage. Still does 2. I kinda wanna try the Mighty Pose. Use Chomp. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. The user strikes a cute pose, lowering the defense. Oh, let's do that. Look at me, I'm so kawaii. There we go. Alright, Chomp is doing a lot of damage. Don't appreciate that. Damn, critical hit. That sexy pose was awesome. Finish him off. Oh my god, he's 1 health. Oh, I saw him hit, like, criticaling me. Wait, who's got... I think I got a wound. I think it said blood wound, something like that. Anyways, I won. And I earned 119 XP. Okay, I leveled up. Do I fully heal? Is that a thing? I learned Cinder. Launch a small burning cinder at the target with a 10% chance to burn the target. Alright, that's our Ember. Cool. Milestone achieved. Impressive. I got 49 monies. The Pokeball thing is weird. Well done. You and your Coromon are going to make quite a team. I just know it. Remember that you can visit a trainer hub at any time to restore your squad back to full health. Thanks for the tip. Am I ready to catch some Coromon on my own now? Absolutely. You can start by exploring Radiant Park. I'm on it. Wait, there's one more thing. Is there gyms? That's another thing I'm wondering if there's in the game. I advise you not to pass the bridge yet. The Coromon past that point are generally less beginner friendly. Larry from the R&D lab can hook you up with a gauntlet module. To keep you safe, you can find him in the lab in Radiant Park. Best of luck, Taishi. I will be at the Coromon lab if you need me. Shine bright. Dope. Okay, do I get a map? I want to take a look at, let's look at our milestones. Oh, I have to claim these things. Okay, this is very mobile game-ish. Yeah, I don't think I did anything else, but whatever. I wanted to look at my world. Okay, I just want to see the map. Oh, it goes up. Okay, I was like, it's not very wide, but it goes up. Cool, cool, cool. Damn, I am pretty excited here. Wait. I'm already 6% done the game? Really? Is that a real thing? Database. Yes, I wanted to look at the, I might call them Pokemon. If I do, I apologize. Coromons. Let's see. Alright, so we're up to... Wait, what is our motto? Whoa, you're already telling me the fucking evolutions, dude? That's not cool. That's not a secret. What the fuck? Or maybe it's not, because wouldn't 5 be the evolution? I don't know, but that definitely did look like the evolution of fucking Taruga. Actually, no, I think this is a normal thing, right? Because that little diamond, the silver diamond, I believe means he's a normal Coromon. I just want to see how many we got. We're up to 60. Oh, here's my Patterbit. Patterbit are popular amongst Lux Solus researchers as lab assistants due to their customizable intelligence. I think this was the thing that was spinning in the lab that I was wondering about. Okay, we're up to 100. 114. That's pretty dope, and I wonder if you can collect them all too. That's another thing I'm interested in. What is this thing? Welcome to the battlegrounds, where new trainers can hone their battle skills. Blah blah blah, give it your best, aim for the sun. Cool. I'm trying to look for a Poké Center like this one here. Actually, let me talk to this guy. Convenience is my passion. I'm so proud that the fast travel network I've worked on is being used by battle researchers from all over Falua. Nowadays, every trainer hub has this high-tech marvel right outside their doors. The fast travel system does not seem to react to my input yet. Cool, cool. Okay. Let's heal my Taruga. Are you gonna be the one? Hey, you see that machine to your right? That's Coromon storage machine. Oh, how many? Oh, that's another one. How many do we get to keep in our inventory here? Whenever I feel like subbing out a member of my squad, this is where I go. Hold on. Pause. We can have 6. Up to 6. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was 3. But it looks like 6. What is this? You seeing this right? I'm the top, the cream of the crop, on Coronet, the best. Oh, so it looks like we have an online network where you can battle with other trainers? Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy. Okay, I'm not liking you right now, sir. You know, I used to be like the other losers on this board. Couldn't keep a winning streak to save my life. I got owned repeatedly. But then I started using the sexy taunt after each victory. This unique taunt kept my adrenaline pumping for a grand total of 6 Coronet wins in a row. I wonder how long it'll last until I meet a Coronet trainer who can tie or even break my winning streak of 6. Alright. Very interesting guy. Definitely seems like he had a lot of coffee. Man, one more encounter, my Coromon would have fainted. I really should visit trainer hubs more often. Self-care is important. Important for everyone and everything. Cool. Hello, Nurse Joy. Oh, she's just called Nurse. Come on, you couldn't give her a cool name? Welcome to Trainer Hub. I would like you to heal my Coromons. Very close saying Pokemon there. Thank you for waiting. We fully restored your Coromon. Feel free to come back anytime. Shine bright. Okay, I've seen them say that a few times. I guess that's just like a thing they say. That's their slogan. Part of the Lux team. What do we got here? What are you guys doing? We're constantly working on improving the Lux Solus experience. Right now I'm working on a new training program, and I think you'll like it. We're setting up training exercises for all Lux Solus battle researchers so they can do their work more efficiently. Okay, seems like a thing I'll come back to. Okay, well I think the world is ours, right? Like we can do whatever we want. Oh, a chest! A Cumby cake. I'm working on a new gadget. I won't tell you what it is, but I can give you a hint. It has to do with some body that is very close to us right now. Oh, a body of water? Is it maybe a fishing rod? Is it maybe a boat? I wonder how close to Pokemon it's gonna be. Like, obviously you don't want to copy Pokemon too much. Maybe even implement some of the things from the games or change them up. Is this going to where I shouldn't be going? I don't know, fuck it, whatever. Radiant Park. Okay, this is where I want to be. But I want to go back to the lab because I found 150 gold in that garbage. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm just clicking on anything and it's just like, ah, you found something. Nothing in that garbage. Okay. There's a chest in there, but I think I gotta battle all those guys. What is up here? R&D lab. Is this where I want to go? I think this is the guy said to go to talk to somebody. There's so many people to talk to. Hello. The gauntlet is a powerful tool. Gauntlet, yes, that's what I need. It can be upgraded with any amount of modules to satisfy all your needs. Alright, you're not it. How about you? Work, work, work. Gotta work. No time for a break. Alright, cool. You're no fun. Oh, who are you? Looking like a brainiac with that large head of yours. Larry! You must be the new battle researcher, Taishi! Yeah. Who are you? I knew it. My instincts never fail me. My name is Larry, and I'll tell you all about the magical world of the gauntlet. This way, please. I want to get that gold chest there. Here we are in the gauntlet module test area. That gauntlet on your arm is a technological masterpiece. Besides carrying your Coromon, it can do so much more. It's the multi-tool for Lux Solus employees. The gauntlet's modular design enables the user to install new functionality on the go. Let me give you a quick tour of some of our research. My colleague Velma here is calibrating the push module. She's optimizing the power so that it outputs at 100% capacity. Cool. Looks cool, huh, Taishi? Keep it up, Velma. And Percy over there is developing a brand new module on his own. Let's go say hi. What's up, Percy? Percy, my man, can you explain what you're working on for our new colleague? The new battle researcher is taking an interest in my project. It's quite simple, you see. I started by combining a spark plug together with a flammable gas to create a combustion. Hold up. That's way too technical. Can you demonstrate it instead? Gladly. Stand back, please. I don't even need fucking Taruga if I have that. What the hell? Whoa, careful, you pyromaniac. Sorry, I got a little carried away. It's okay, no one got hurt this time. Thank you, Percy. Oh my god, Professor X. Larry, Taishi, how does everyone know my name? Well, I forgot he's a psychic. He can read minds. Larry, I need to borrow Taishi for a minute. There are some important matters we need to go over. So Taishi is the one you told me about earlier. Sure, you can borrow my protege anytime. Well, as with most matters in life, the stink module can wait. I'll be hanging out by the bridge in Radiant Park. Come to me when you're done, Taishi. Whoa, that was cool. It's nice to finally meet you, Taishi. I am... Regal? Regal? Yeah, I'd assume so. Let me explain everything in the privacy of our restricted access area. Because of possible radiation exposure, we require everyone to wear a lab coat inside. What the fuck is a lab coat gonna do? Here, I brought one that should fit you. I really have to wear this thing? And glasses, of course, to protect me from radiation. Follow me, please. Why not gloves, you know? If you're gonna need glasses and a coat, why not gloves? The hell is that thing? Welcome to the restricted access area. Pretty impressive, no? What is that floating thing in front of me? This here is what our Titan task force is all about. It is called Titan Essence. It started manifesting in Velua a couple of months ago. What does it do? It's up to this task force to figure that out. A team to which you will be a valuable addition. You want me to join the Titan task force? Yes, we do. My god. You showed such great motivation that I had to make sure you were assigned to this team. Anyway, these Titan essences will slowly disintegrate without the right containment device. Recently, though, we've made a massive breakthrough in our research. We developed a gauntlet module, which will bring us one step closer to understanding the Titan essence. This module, the Essence Collector, is able to stabilize Titan essence, as well as send us valuable research data. That's where you come in. You will be equipped with this Essence Collector, which means your job, in addition to being a battle researcher, is to assist us in gathering Titan essences. That would be an honor. Where can I find these Titan essences? Come, I'll show you. Hopefully I don't have to say essences anymore, because it's starting to sound weird. God damn it. The Titan essence in this lab was embedded within an elemental Titan on Donner Island. But this isn't the only one in existence. We've pinpointed the location of 6 of these Titan essences in Velua. Our hypothesis is that when we manage to contain them together, only then they will show their true potential. I'll do my best. Tucko, it's a funny name. Would you mind handing me the module? Of course. What about the other ones? They look cool too. Here you go, Taishi, the Essence Collector. Handle it with care. Dope. So should I pick that one up? The closest Titan Essence is guarded by Voltgar. Is that any relation to the other Gar? Nibblegar? The Bender of Storms. Do you see Donner Island on the southeast map? There, in the power tower, Voltgar bends the weather and guides thunderstorms towards the island. Before you can use the Essence Collector module, we need to get it installed into your gauntlet. That's a precise task. There's only one person in Velua who is able to work with that level of precision. His name is Perrin, a good friend of mine. He works as a blacksmith in Hayville. Perrin the blacksmith in Hayville. Got it. How do I get there? Hayville lies just beyond Radiant Park. When you have the module installed, a colleague in Woodlow Harbor, goddamn, we're already learning about all these places, will take you across the water to Donner Island. I will contact you on your phone if anything comes up. Good luck, Taishi, and shine bright. Okay, that was a lot, to be honest. I was like not expecting all that. He really came out swinging. Oh, let me talk to the rest of my task force. We got Razul. We discovered that each Titan is proficient in one element, so much even that they can bend the element to their will. Can you imagine that? The potential of thunderstorms at the tip of your fingers? And we got Roseanne, before we developed our current model, the Essence Collector was quite unstable. We've destroyed quite a number of gauntlets, but it was all in the name of science. Yeah, you know, sacrifice a few lives to further learn some stuff. Very interesting, man. I am digging this so far. My god, it's taking me back. Except this is given like a lot of direction where Pokemon doesn't typically. You just kind of got to work your way through. Because like really your only thing is get all the gym badges, go to the Elite Four, and then that's pretty much it. But this is like, no, you got tasks to do, you work with this company, and we expect you to achieve something. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Anyways, let's continue our journey outside. I wonder if they're going to get rid of this lab coat or nope, it is still on me. God damn it. I am not digging this look. I look like a dork. Get this box. We got HP cakes. Cool. How are you doing today, Professor Scientist Guy? Oh, Gideon! This is the Gideon that we needed to talk to at the beginning. I love coming here on my lunch breaks. The beauty of nature just washes all of my worries away. Okay. I thought he would, like, really take us under our wing. Like, oh, you're a Taishi. I've heard so much about you. Everyone else has heard about me, but not him. Okay, whatever. We got a fisherman trainer. How you doing, buddy? Balin. Good morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? This river is the perfect place to catch some water Coromon. Yeah, I guess it would be. I mean, where else are you going to get water Coromon? Now, one thing I want to check, this patch of grass here. Are we going to see wild Coromon? Let's take a look in here. Yes, we are. Okay. Who's it going to be? Oh, a what was it? Silquill, level 2. Ooh, I kind of want to try a Cinder. Actually, he's level 2. You know what? Fuck him. Use Claw. I do want to get a Silquill, but I want to not get a level 2. Actually, I might even switch Toruga and Patterbit to get Patterbit some XP. Whatever. We'll do one more battle. Who do we got here? Another one? A Patterbit. God damn it. Come on, give me another Silquill. I will catch the next one, I promise. Or something different. Ooh, an Armado. Yeah, I'll take this. He's level 1. Come on, what are with these levels? Alright, Silquill. You are level 3. Okay. That was better than the 2. This will probably be a bad idea, but I'm still going to do it because it'll be the quickest way to lower his HP. There we go. He's using Claw. Hopefully I have Pokeballs because that'd be very disappointing if I did not. Device for catching Coromon. Let's try it out. Taishi through a spinner. Hey, we got it. Yeah, sure, we're kind of... I'm assuming he's normal. He is a normal, yeah. Got 3 evolutions, cool. And his only move is... It's not affected by any weather, and his only move is Claw. Oh, I don't even have to keep him. Why the fuck would I even... Why is that an option? No nickname. Milestone achieved. Cool. Now I get to go to level 7. Awaken some of its potential. Postpone remaining. What the fuck is this? Potential stats. I can customize his fucking attacks? What? What the fuck? We're gonna put 1 in attack. We're gonna put 1 in defense. Speed? We'll put another in defense. We'll put 2 in defense, 1 in attack. He is a turtle with a hard shell, so we'll kind of make him like a tank. Interesting. Now I got 3... Can I talk to you? Taishi, so the rumors, they're true. The new Titan Task Force member, it's you, isn't it? You got me. I'm so happy for you. Let's celebrate with some stink module training. I'm assuming that's so Coromon don't bother me when I'm in the grass. You don't like the name? Well, I'll bet you'll love what it can do. Normally, this patch of grass over here is full of battle-hungry Coromon. But with the stink module, just one zap and boom, all the Coromon go scampering off into the unknown. Here, you seem to like the type that learns by experience. Let me install the stink module on your gauntlet. Stink module installed. Make sure you're standing in the grass patch when using the stink module, otherwise it won't activate. Now give it a go. Hold your nose and use the secondary action button to stink away to your heart's content. Excellent. Notice the blinking effect on the grass. That means you're free to wander through the bush without the threat of wild Coromon. I was going to say, how long does it last? Oh, in just 5 minutes, the module is recharged, ready to use again. And ready to be again useful, isn't it? It sure is. Well, that's all for today. I'll be in contact with new modulars when new modulars are finished. Have a nice hike and enjoy the tranquility of Hayville Shine Bright. How long does it last for? Like forever? Well, it wouldn't be forever. I'm assuming until I go to a different area. 500 gold. Sick. Okay, I want to go back. I want to heal my Coromons because Sequil and Taruga are a little damaged. So I want to get them to full health. I believe I can battle all those guys in that little area. So let me go heal. And I guess I'll explore the town a little bit before we go any further. This person we haven't talked to. Oh, is that a fresh face? You're in luck. We're running a special promotion. All new battle researchers get free coupons for a discount on their next purchase at any of our shops. Thank you, 25%, not bad. 50%, okay, cool, thank you. Go coupon crazy on us, use them wisely. Well, I guess I will. Should I blow them now, though? That's the thing, like, I don't know if I'd waste it now or on, when I know I want something. How do I, oh wow, I gotta go all the way around, you're fucking kidding me. Really blocked off. Good day to you, how can I assist you? I want to buy items, I want to see what you got. You got health cakes, you got energy cakes, you got, status effect things. Alright, cool. We've got spinners. So we've got regular spinners. So this is for catching any Coromon. And we got a plain spinner, which is designed to efficiently catch normal type Coromon. Interesting. I don't know which type is which so far, so I'm just going to buy some regular spinners. Maybe I'll buy 2 plain. We'll buy 2 plain, we'll buy 1 regular. Cool, we got the Lux Recall, which we'll keep for now. Oh, would you like to use one of your coupons? Yeah. Give me 300 back. Yes. Cool. Shine bright. Dope. I'm gonna save the 50% off for, obviously something. Okay, let me save real quick and then we'll do some exploring. I'm assuming they're trainers? Maybe they're not? Are there any Coromon in these grasses? Yes, there are. Armado, I don't believe I have this. No, I don't. We're gonna try and get one. That's what I'd typically do whenever I'd play Pokemon. It's like, yeah, give me Caterpie, Rattata, Pidgey, Sparrow. I just want to roll with a full squad. This is a normal one, right? I believe he's normal. We'll try the normal spinner. But yeah, anyways, just load my team up. Weedles, like anything I can get in that first area, I want it on my team. Yeah, I want to check his summer. Is he normal? He is. Okay. So all my team is normal so far. We're keeping him. No nickname. Okay, so we've got... I should probably start training... Milestone achieved, cool. I should probably start training the Pitterbat, whatever the fuck his name is. Patterbits, sorry. Switch. We're gonna change him up for a second, try him out. So yeah, Toruga to, like, he is our, what's the word I'm looking for? He's our rock of our team. I'm trying to capture Coromon, but they keep breaking out of my spinners. Oh, perhaps you could help me. Could you catch one for me? That would help me so much. Come back to me when you caught one, any will do. Oh, okay. You really gotta talk to everyone, because you never know when someone's gonna give you a quest or an item or something. Okay, let's get him a Coromon. Sick? No. We're gonna keep him. Yep. No. Cool. Alright, Patterbit's not bad. I wonder if there's double battles and triple battles and shit. That would be super cool. Hey, yeah, I got a Coromon for you. I got... Oh my god, imagine if I could give him my Toruga. Holy shit, that would be so lame. Wow, it's a quill. Silquill. My supervisor will be so impressed. Goodbye, Silquill. Jerome, what are you doing? You're supposed to catch one for yourself. Give that No, I don't want it. I already got one. Keep him. It's your buddy now. I'm sorry, he's already taking these one. Blah, blah, blah. No. Fuck! I already have one. And here, take these for your effort. Silver Spinner. Wait, is that the normal one? They're supposed to make catching Coromon easier. I'll just have to keep on trying. Okay, hold on. Well, can I release this? Yes. Okay. Yes. It was fun. We had a great time. You're back in the wild. The Silver Spinner. It is different. A device for catching Coromon more effective than a spinner. Okay, so this is a great ball, basically. I guess we will start our journey. Let's try the fart thing again. Whoops. There we go. Probably shouldn't have wasted it for that patch, but whatever, it's fine. I want a trainer battle. Someone battle me. I think these are trainers over here. This park ranger looking guy. Greetings, young traveler. I'm the ranger of Radiant Park. If you follow that path north, you will reach Hayville. Be careful when entering the grass, though. Wild Coromon live there. Here, take these cakes. They will help you get to Hayville more easily. Thank you. Everyone's so friendly. Don't eat them yourself, though. Coromon cakes are not the same as traditional cakes. To a human, they would taste bitter and chalky, much like a vitamin. But the bitter tang of these items is just what a Coromon needs to get back in perfect shape. Thank you, sir. Randall, I believe the name was. I guess we can kind of just chill now. I think I've kind of done all the dialogue that I've needed to kind of go through. So, hey, what up? We can kind of chill now. Hope everyone's having a good time. Hope you're enjoying Coromon. I am. This is a fun little throwback for me. Like I said, I grew up on the Pokemon games, so I am in my element right now. And it's fun to learn like different monsters' names, see how similar it is to Pokemon, see the, I don't want to say the benefits, but the differences. I actually did not watch too much stuff to talk about for this episode. It was either one of two things. One, I'd go to bed and I'm like, I don't want to watch anything. Like, I'm just so tired, I just fall asleep. Or I'll go on my laptop and I'll just look at all these movies. I'll be like, interesting, not interesting, don't want to watch. Ooh, I kind of want to watch that. And I would just be so indecisive, I wasn't able to find a movie. So I only ended up watching one movie. I watched a comedy special and I watched a little bit of wrestling. We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to run it back with Astro's Playroom for a second, the last episode of Gangster Plays, and I want to say, hey, I'm running it back for real because I got another platinum trophy. I just got a platinum trophy finishing Miles Morales, and with Astro's Playroom, I played through the whole game, had a blast. I was just like, you know what, I'm kind of curious. Is the platinum achievable? First off, I was surprised it even had a platinum because it's a free-to-play game. I played through the game, I beat it, did all the story stuff first, and I was looking at the trophies, and I saw that a lot of it was hidden, so I had to use like a trophy guide. After I beat the game, I did all the collectible stuff, which was actually quite easy. Honestly, most of the collectible stuff I got on my first run. Like, there was only a handful that I had to go back and collect, which was pretty cool. So it wasn't that hard, and even going back, you could go through sections of the map, so it would show you which areas that still had collectibles in them. It just made the collectible going back and backtracking for the collectible stuff just really easy. So I actually really did not mind that at all. And yeah, like I said, I went and I looked up a trophy guide because most of the trophies are hidden, which is kind of unfortunate because, like, how the fuck do you expect people to get these trophies? And honestly, a lot of the trophies were just really fucking easy. There were like little things you do in the map, like you go to a certain level and you do something. Most of it was in the PlayStation Labo stuff, like just interacting with different things. It was such an easy platinum, and I was kind of shocked because if you look at the stats, where it was like, you can look at the trophy percentage, so you can see which trophies are like super hard to get, or if a platinum's super hard to get. I was looking at the platinum, and that's how I kind of judged it to see if it was doable. And the platinum trophy was sitting at like a 5%. So I think people didn't even bother because they saw all the hidden trophies and they're like, you know what? Fuck this game. A game that they would normally might try and get some more trophies in, they were probably discouraged to continue on and try and, you know, get more trophies because they didn't know what the fuck to do. But me being the trophy hunter guy, I was like, nah, I gotta see if it's doable. And I did, and yeah, super easy. If you're looking for an easy platinum trophy, go check out Astro's Playroom. Like, honestly, stupid easy. So that was pretty fun. And then I've also been trying to get back into Overwatch 2. I got an email the other day about some event they're having in the game where they're doing a collaboration with One Punch Man, and now that doesn't really mean anything because I'm not an anime guy, but I'll say One Punch Man is probably one of the animes that I've tried to watch. People have just recommended to me, like, oh, you don't like anime, but you'll like One Punch Man. So I was like, okay, cool. I actually never finished it. I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes of season 1, and then I ended up dropping it. But I enjoyed what I watched. Like, I thought it was pretty funny. And they're having the little crossover, and honestly, that doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. I was more like, oh, you know, there's something cool going on in Overwatch. Let me check it out. And I've been trying to get back into the game. I've played for the past few nights, and man, I am just... It's a game I want to play and get back into. Like, I was kind of digging it when it was first being released, Overwatch 2. I played the shit out of Overwatch 1. But man, I play Overwatch 2 for like a few games, and I'm like, I fucking hate this game. It's like part of me being just absolutely trash, not as good as I used to be. It just fucking annoys me. I'm just like, I'm so shit compared to what I used to be and what I think I should be, that it's just annoying me. I have not been enjoying myself playing the game. I play a few games and then I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I can't play anymore. But I want to keep playing. It's the fucking, like, I've had this with like CSGO. CSGO is like a game that I was never good at, right? I was always mediocre to like okay. I guess mediocre and okay are the same thing, right? I was on the bottom barrel of CSGO, but for some reason you always want to keep playing. You always want to try and get better. You're like, oh, this next map, you know, this is my last game. You know, this next game will be really where I shine. And you just get wiped the floor with, or like you're you're fucking up shit that you shouldn't be messing up. It's very frustrating, and I find that with myself when I was playing Overwatch 2 these past few days. And yeah, I want to continue playing, I do, but I just get so frustrated. And it's one of the cool things they got going on right now is in the current competitive season, they have mystery heroes, and I love mystery heroes. It's probably my favorite game mode of Overwatch. Like I just find it fun. You know, it's like, it's a super fun game mode. You're non-committal. You know, sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't go your way. It's like I said, it's a mystery hero thing. It's kind of a roll of the dice. So that's why I enjoy playing it. Now I can play it in competitive, where people kind of take the game more seriously. And I just find that everyone's fucking dog shit. Like, me included. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best player, but like, if I'm playing a competitive game, I expect everyone to kind of, you know, be putting their best foot forward, but has not been the case, and it's been annoying the shit out of me, to be honest. It's fucking just wrecking me. So, yeah, pretty frustrating experience. I still have not gotten back to play that game that we played for 305. I'm not going to mention the name because it was a random game. But I have not gone back to play it yet. I still want to, though. Like I said in that episode, I really enjoyed what I played, and really enjoyed the first game. But I don't know, just have not felt like playing it. But I enjoyed Astro's Playroom. I don't know why, but yeah, I did. That's basically all I've been playing recently. I played a little bit of Overwatch, finished Astro's Playroom, and actually I've been getting back into Gotham Knights, as you can see. Been uploading the videos there. If you have not kept up with it, yeah, I've restarted not restarted the playthrough, but started it back up of Gotham Knights. In case you missed that, go check it out. I've been playing that consistently. First few episodes back are a little rough because the combat's new to me. It's basically like a whole new game. You know, I gotta learn everything all over again, so I haven't been able to do that off camera, so it's all been on camera. It's been a little rough video-wise, but I'm slowly starting to find my groove, so the video should get better. I shouldn't be getting nearly as messed up by the enemies. So look forward to that. And I'm very close to kind of starting my new playthrough. So I want to have Gangster plays somewhat regularly. I want to have Gotham Knights. And I want to start another playthrough. And I think I've decided what game I'm going to go with. So I'm going to be starting that somewhat soon. I want to get a good batch of Gotham Knights in before I kind of start another playthrough, because I don't want what happened before, where I just kind of ditched Gotham Knights and then became invested in Miles Morales. I want to pretty much kind of finish, if not do a lot of Gotham Knights, and then eventually transition into the next playthrough. So, and you can expect to see that somewhat soon. I'd say in the next week or two. Hopefully, that's the ideal time I'm kind of looking at right now. So look forward to that. And then obviously, then the March is coming up, so the figure video will be coming up. Got a lot of cool figure stuff, but like I said, we'll save that for the end of the month. I got something pretty cool. I'll just give a little tease for what I got. I got one of my holy grail items. Something I always wanted as a kid. This was an item I never had. I always wanted. You know, I'd see it in the show. I'd see it on commercials. Don't think I've ever saw one in person. And to finally get it, holy shit, this is awesome. So, just a little tease for the figure video. So we're just going to get into the stuff that I watched this week. Like I said, it's not very much. I watched one wrestling show, I watched one comedy special, and I watched one movie. So it's going to be quite a short one. We'll start off with the wrestling stuff. So I watched Ring of Honor finally. I finally got around to it. And I only watched episode 1. I was originally planning on watching all 3 episodes that have released so far, and then just kind of giving my concise feedback on all 3 episodes, what I liked, what I didn't like. But I watched the 1 episode and I was kind of you know what, I kind of got my fill from the 1 episode. And you know, that's going to be mentioned on the the negatives towards the end. So anyways, we'll just get into it. Ring of Honor episode 1. Was pretty excited about this ever since AEW announced, or Tony Khan specifically announced that he bought the Ring of Honor brand. You know, we've all been waiting for them to kind of see what they're going to do. You know, obviously they've done a few pay-per-views here and there. We're about to come up on the Supercard of Honor, which will be 1 year under the AEW umbrella. On top of those pay-per-views, we're now getting weekly shows. So I've been looking forward to like when they're going to start producing weekly content, or is it going to be on a network, TBS, TNT, maybe a whole network separate. But for now, it looks like it's going to be a web show, and you can watch these shows if you go to rohwrestling.com and you become an Honor Club member. I'm not sure the prices of the membership, but I believe if you become an Honor Club member, you get the weekly shows, and I believe you get the pay-per-views. Don't quote me on that. That I'm not too sure about. I'm not a Ring of Honor Club member, so I can't speak on the benefits or whatever. I ended up watching this on a stream just because I kind of wanted to see what it was going to be like. Now, I do want to support it because I do like Ring of Honor. I've been a Ring of Honor fan for quite some time. I remember when I first watched Ring of Honor, I used to watch some guys on YouTube, and they would do wrestling reviews. They would do pay-per-view reviews. So whenever there's a pay-per-view for like WWE, TNA, those were mainly the two at the time, the two big companies. I believe this was around 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. I would listen to these guys. I liked hearing their opinions. I liked listening to people talk about wrestling. And that's what kind of got me into YouTube, where it's like, oh, you know, all these people are sharing their opinions and stuff. Oh, you know, I don't agree with this guy, or I agree with this guy, or, you know, I agree with this guy, but I would have done this, you know, whatever. And then that's what kind of got me into starting my own YouTube channel, a little lore of myself. And I remember there was one guy, he was a big Ring of Honor guy. I never watched his Ring of Honor pay-per-view videos. It just didn't appeal to me because I wasn't watching the product. I heard him mention it in like a couple other videos where he's like, yo, this Ring of Honor pay-per-view was the greatest pay-per-view ever. You gotta watch, like, the wrestling's incredible, whatever. And after hearing that hype, I was like, god damn, maybe I do gotta check Ring of Honor out. And I remember the show. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Ring of Honor Man Up. The big match on the show was the ladder war match between the Briscoe brothers versus El Generico and Kevin Steen. Yeah, he hyped it up so much. I was like, man, I got to check out Ring of Honor. I watched that show and I fell in love. I fell in love with Ring of Honor. And I was like, damn, Ring of Honor is dope. And then after that, I went back and like I ordered some DVDs off Ring of Honor's website. Saw the history of it, you know, see guys like Samoa Joe, CM Punk, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Bryan Danielson, where they started. And there's just something about watching a Ring of Honor show. It's just special, especially around like 2005, 2006. The roster was just so talented. The fan base was crazy. They were doing shit you never seen, especially at that time. They were just doing crazy shit, going out there, just killing each other. And it was then and there I fell in love with Ring of Honor. I was just like, god damn, there's just nothing like this crowd. It's kind of like ECW-ish, where the crowd is just super hardcore. Probably one of my favorite promotions. It was harder to watch, like I said, because I don't think it was too available pay-per-view wise, and at the time they weren't doing like online pay-per-views, the iPay-per-views, and the only way you could really watch it is if you bought the DVDs off their website or a third-party website like High Spots. So I ended up becoming a pretty hardcore fan of Ring of Honor at one point, and I would say in the past, 7, 8 years, I haven't really followed it too much. Last time I was following it pretty hardcore was when I was watching it and doing my weekly wrestling reviews. That was always one of the shows I made sure to watch when it came to doing reviews. So like I said, Ring of Honor, I love it. It means a lot to me. So I was like super excited when they announced that they were going to be doing their weekly shows again. And like I said, I watched episode 1 and I thought it was pretty good, but there's definitely some stuff that they could have worked on. We'll talk about that at the end. But we'll just start with the show because there's 10 fucking matches. I don't know why they did 10 matches. Honestly, you really did not need it. Because, okay, their whole mindset is we have no limitations. We're not on a TV network. No commercials to air. Nothing. So we can be as long as we want. We can be as short as we want. We can do whatever we want because we are an online show. And that is good and it's bad. And like I said, we'll talk about that later. We'll just jump right in the show. So the first match to start the show was Mark Briscoe versus Slim J, who is managed by Mark Sterling and Ari Daivari. I thought they had a good match, good back and forth match. I thought it was going to be more of a squash, but they actually went pretty back and forth. And Mark Briscoe ended up picking up the victory. One thing I really liked about this match is it was cool to see two ROH originals have the first match in this new era. Well, obviously, everyone knows about Mark Briscoe and his history with Ring of Honor, along with his brother, RIPJ. And then you have a guy like Slim J, who a lot of people don't know about, but he used to be like in the early Ring of Honor shows, part of a group called Special K. And he's kind of been making a return to, you know, the mainstream. You know, I know he's been on AEW Dark and Elevation a bunch. He's part of the Trustbusters group. And it's just cool to see him, you know, having them as the first match on Ring of Honor. I thought it was pretty cool. So, nice one-on-one match. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And Slim J's is really cool. I think he's pretty underrated. He's a good high flyer. He reminds me a little bit of Jack Evans. Like early Jack Evans with the wife beater, just doing crazy flips, just crazy moves. Kind of like that. But he's got more attitude to him, which I like. Next, we had a backstage interview with Tony Deppen. Not too familiar with him. He was part of Ring of Honor before they folded, and I believe he won the TV title and tag titles, I believe. Like I said, I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with him. But anyways, they were just hyping up a match against Samoa Joe for the ROH TV title on the next episode of Ring of Honor. And I'm going to be honest, this was not a great interview. At one point, he pulled out notes and started reading stuff that he had written down, and it just came off as terrible and hacky. Like he couldn't remember his promo, so he wrote it down. I just did not like this at all, and it didn't really get me excited to see their match. So the next match we have The Kingdom, which is Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, with Maria Kanellis taking on the Infantry, which is a team consisting of Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. I thought this was a pretty good match, pretty fun little short tag team match. The Kingdom ended up picking up the victory. I actually really liked the Infantry. I wasn't really watching this for the Kingdom because I already knew what to expect. I've seen Mike Bennett and I've seen Matt Taven do a bunch of stuff. I was more looking at the Infantry, like this is kind of their time to shine. And I enjoyed what I saw. I thought there's a lot of potential in this team. I remember early on they appeared on a few darker elevations. And I saw a few of their matches because I usually try and check out like the newer wrestlers, because with like, you know, Best Friends or Dark Order or something, like I know what I'm expecting, but I want to see like the newer guys, you know. And the Infantry was one of those teams I remember seeing on one of those shows, and I was like, hey, you know what, I really like them. They have the military background, they got cool gear, cool names. Carly Bravo, that's a dope name. The team name, the Infantry, I think that's a dope name. And I think they got some pieces that they can work with, and I'd like to see more of them, and hopefully they become mainstays on the Ring of Honor roster and become mainstays of the tag team division, because I'd like to see more of them. I liked what I saw from them. Next, we had Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Blake Christian for the New Japan TV title. They had a good match. It was cool to see Sabre win. It was cool to see Sabre in general, because obviously he's with New Japan, as you can tell, because he's the TV champion. But I do have a little issue with this. So as far as the match goes, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Sabre won and retained the title. I didn't like having the New Japan TV title here. Like, it's cool to see that Ring of Honor is going to be working with New Japan and bringing in some of their guys to work the shows, because obviously right now Ring of Honor doesn't have a set roster. So it's kind of a revolving door, which I like and I don't like. But another thing is, it's something that fans complained about with AEW, where it's just like, man, get rid of all these fucking titles. We got the AEW titles, we had a Ring of Honor titles all over the show. AAA titles, New Japan titles. Like, it seemed like everyone had a fucking title, you know? And I don't want that to happen to Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor itself has a lot of titles. Got a world title, got a TV title, pure title, trios titles, tag titles, women's titles. I don't want to see them start introducing more titles from other companies, especially when, you know, if this is someone's first opportunity watching Ring of Honor, you're just kind of confusing them by showing off other champions from other brands. So wasn't a fan of this. I liked seeing Zack Sabre, but I wasn't a fan of the title being on the line here. At least hype it up, you know, give us some history of Zack Sabre. They did both cut promos before the match, which I enjoyed. Really got me invested in the match. But I think they could have held off on the TV title here. Just my opinion. After that, we got a backstage segment with Mark Sterling and Ari Daivari. They were with Konosuke Takeshita, who was supposed to be taking on Josh Woods later in the night. They were trying to get him to cancel the match, and Konosuke said, "Nope, I am not canceling the match." And he tore up some papers and he just walked off. Just a little backstage thing. Next match, we got Christopher Daniels taking on Rohit Raju, who was accompanied by Jora Joal, I believe is how you pronounce the name. I'm not too familiar with him. I know he's appeared on AEW a bunch and Dark and Elevation. But as far as the match, Rohit and Christopher Daniels, they had a pretty good match. Nothing too bad. Daniels ended up picking up the victory here, and before the match he also cut a promo, a little backstage promo, and I liked that quite a bit as well. After that, we had a backstage interview with Rhett Titus and Tracy Williams. They talk about returning to Ring of Honor, and you know, they're happy to see it back and running. They get interrupted by Aussie Open, who interrupt them and challenge them to a match next week, so it's another match for episode 2, which I liked that they're building towards, you know, future episodes. Next match, and probably my favorite match on the show, was Josh Woods with Mark Sterling taking on Konosuke Takeshita. I've become quite a big Konosuke fan from the little bit that I've seen of him in AEW. I've seen a little bit of his indie stuff. I like him. I think he's a solid wrestler. He's got some good size to him. He just brings a kind of a different flair to any match that he's in. And Josh Woods I actually like quite a bit as well. He's got a good look to him. I like the mouthpiece with the teeth. Just makes him look super intimidating, and I believe he's got an MMA background. I could be wrong on that, but they put on a really good match, good back and forth, really enjoyed it. Takeshita ended up picking up the victory. Crowd was really into this match. They both looked like big jacked guys, and they were just beating the shit out of each other. Very enjoyable match. Like I said, my personal favorite match of the night. If you ask me like which match I should check out, I would say this one here, Josh Woods and Konosuke. Next match, we have a backstage interview with Claudio Castagnoli. He's going to have a world title match in the main event and is taking on AR Fox. So he just cut a little promo on AR Fox. Next match, we had the Embassy, who are the ROH Trios champion, but they call them the six-man champions. So the Embassy consists of Brian Cage, Toa Linoa, and Khan, and they were accompanied by Prince Nana, and they were taking on the team of LSG, Joe Keys, and Rex Lawless. This was an okay match, really not much to say. The Embassy won, complete squash match, like a minute and a half match. I will say that the one guy on the team, Rex Lawless, big jacked guy. I would have liked to see him like mix it up with either Brian Cage, Khan, Toa Linoa, any of those guys, because he seemed like he kind of sized up pretty well with them. So hopefully we get another look at him in a future episode of Ring of Honor. Rex Lawless. He seemed like a pretty big jacked guy. After that, we had a match between Metalik taking on Ari Daivari, and Ari Daivari was accompanied by Mark Sterling and Slim J. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed what they did. Ari Daivari ended up picking up the victory. What I think was just completely shocking is Metalik. You know, before the match, they played a promo package, hyping him up. Like, oh man, he's a great luchador, does a lot of cool stuff, but he gets a complete jobber entrance. He doesn't even get an entrance. He's already in the ring before the match even started. So it's like, you're trying to hype him up as like this guy to keep an eye out for, and then you're like, oh yeah, but he's a complete jobber. So I was just like, which one is he? Is he an up-and-coming star that we should look out for? Or is he a jobber that doesn't even get an entrance and is going to lose every match? But another thing that really annoyed me about this is, I think you know you have too many matches. When this was the third match Mark Sterling was a manager in. Third match on one show. The show has 10 matches. And this will be the 7th match on the show, and Mark Sterling has managed 3 of those matches. Managed Slim J in the first match, managed Josh Woods in the 5th match, and now he's managing Ari Daivari in the 7th match. Does that not scream to you like, oh, Mark Sterling's in 3 matches? Maybe we have too many matches? Like I said, we'll talk more about that later, but yeah, Mark Sterling managed 3 times during the one show. Crazy. Thankfully, this was the end of him. I like Mark Sterling, but goddamn, give some other people some time to shine. After that, we had a backstage promo with AR Fox. Cut a little promo on Claudio Castagnoli. He's like, I tried out for Ring of Honor before, but they never called me back. But now I'm here, and I got a world title match, and blah, blah, blah. It started out okay, like when he was talking about how, he tried out for Ring of Honor, but they never gave him a call. I'm like, okay, I'm invested, let's go. Cut a fiery-ass promo, AR Fox. And it just went fucking downhill. It could have been so much better, where it's like, fucking Ring of Honor, they used to be the biggest company in the world. I wanted to work for them. They fucking closed their doors on me. But now, I'm kicking the doors in. I'm taking that world title from Claudio Castagnoli, and I'm showing them what they fucking missed out on. Boom! Beautiful fucking promo, right? If he cut that, I would have been like, yo, AR Fox is the man. I want to see him as the Ring of Honor World Champion. Unfortunately, he did not cut that promo, so it was kind of a dud. Next match, we had the Renegades, who are sisters, I believe. I didn't catch their names, but that's their team name, the Renegades. And they took on the team of Madison Rayne and Sky Blue. Not much to say. It was a pretty good match. Sky Blue and Madison won. That's basically it. After that, we got a promo hyping up Dalton Castle, who's going to be wrestling on the next show. After that, we had Ian Riccaboni come to the ring to interview the ROH Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta comes out and he cuts a promo issuing a challenge for anyone who wanted a pure title shot. And Timothy Thatcher came out and accepted the challenge, so that we're going to have another match on the next episode. So the next episode already has 2 title matches. We get a Ring of Honor TV title match, and we get a pure title match on the next episode. And we're going to get another title match, which we'll talk about here in a second. Next match is Willow Nightingale taking on Lady Frost. This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed what I saw. Willow ended up picking up the victory here. I liked what I saw from Lady Frost. I haven't seen too much of her. I know she wrestled for Impact Wrestling at one point and did some stuff there, but then she left. Don't know the reasons, not too sure. But I really enjoyed watching her here. I thought I don't know how to describe it. It was just different, and I enjoyed what I saw. So hopefully she appears more with the Ring of Honor. I look forward to that. Hopefully. I don't know if she's part of the roster or whatnot. After the match, Ian Riccaboni comes out to interview Willow. Willow says she's been on a roll lately and she plans on challenging Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's title. Athena comes out and accepts the challenge, so that sets up a 3rd match for episode 2. So we get a TV title match, a pure title match, and a women's title match all on the next episode. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the main event, AR Fox taking on the champion, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli. Really good match. I really enjoyed this. I thought they had a great back and forth match. Claudio won and retained his Ring of Honor World title. I don't think that came as pretty like a surprise to anybody. After the match, Eddie Kingston comes out and says that he's going to be coming for the Ring of Honor World title, and Claudio walks away in disgust to end the show. One thing I would have liked about this match, what it made the match seem a little bit more important, was like a really good intro. Everyone came to the ring and they just had the match. I would have liked it if they kind of represented more, where it's like, all right, in this corner we have the challenger coming from blah blah blah, weighing in at blah blah blah, we have AR Fox, and in this corner coming from Switzerland, weighing in at 235 pounds, the current reigning Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli. Like, if they just had that intro at the beginning of the match, I think it would have just added a little bit more, like we're seeing the world title defended, just I would have liked a little more hype with that. But overall, I thought it was a good show. It had good wrestling. I don't think anything was too bad. The worst thing was too many matches. It was your first show. This is your first show back. I know you want to show how good of wrestling you have, but 10 matches is fucking killer. It's 10 matches with no story. There's really nothing in between. It's pretty much a match. We had a few interviews to kind of break up the monotony, but at the end of the day, we're watching fucking 10 matches in a row. I would have liked if they set up some stories, like they did set up a couple things for the next episode. I would have liked maybe more interview segments in ring, like what they did with Wheeler Yuta and Willow Nightingale. Or even show me promo packages of some of these guys that have competed. Like, honestly, out of the 10 matches, I think 6 I would have kept. I would have kept the opener, Mark and Slim J. I would have kept the Kingdom and the Infantry. Zack Sabre and Blake Christian, I enjoyed the match, but I probably would have hyped it up a little bit with Zack Sabre coming in. Where he's like, I'm too good to wrestle, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe have a little segment in the beginning, hyping up a match for later on. Something along those lines. Christopher Daniels versus Rohit Raju, give or take, honestly. Josh Woods versus Konosuke Takeshita, I would have kept. Embassy versus the other 3 guys. You probably could have got rid of this match and just played a promo package for the Embassy. Just to be like, we're the top trio in the division. No one's going to take us out. Watch what we're going to do. We're a force to be reckoned with. Something like that. I don't know if they needed a match. Metalik versus Ari Daivari, I probably would have got rid of. Renegades versus Madison Rain and Sky Blue, I probably would have got rid of. Willow Nightingale versus Lady Frost, I would have kept. And obviously the main event I would have kept because it's your world champion. Just watching straight like 2 hours of wrestling, it can get very monotonous. Especially, like I said, when you have just matches with no story, nothing to it, just a cold match going out with people. Like, I'm pretty familiar with everybody that wrestled here, but like for a regular fan, watching guys that they don't know, that they're not familiar with, I don't think they're gonna sit through a whole 2-hour show of watching this. So yeah, that would be my one critique. Even though you have unlimited time on the internet, I don't think you should, I don't want to say abuse that, but you don't need to like go nuts, especially for the first episode. I did write some notes of stuff that I would like to see, or maybe people that they can bring in to kind of spice up the roster. So I got a couple things written down here. So for me personally, I would love to see Nigel McGuinness involved somehow, whether it be like a general manager type role or like a third person on commentary. I loved Nigel when he was a commentator on Ring of Honor and the little bit that he did in WWE. But I think an authority figure might be good for Ring of Honor. I know it doesn't really fit Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor is all about wrestling and just pure wrestling and stuff like that. I don't know. I think just having Nigel McGuinness is kind of that authority figure to kind of set the rules, telling people like the code of honor must be followed. That was something that they stressed a lot too, which I kind of liked because it brought it back to the old days of Ring of Honor where you shake hands before the match, you shake hands after the match, and you're going in there, you're giving it your best, and may the better person win. I would like to see him as a general manager. I think it could be good. Or, you know, maybe you keep him as a general manager. Someone that I think would be good on commentary would be Chris Hero. I think he's got a good voice. He has this series on the High Spots Network where he interviews wrestlers, and I think he does a pretty good job there. He's got a pretty good voice for speaking, and I think he could add a lot to the commentary team. I'm not saying Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman are bad. I enjoy Ian Riccaboni. Caprice Coleman's kind of interesting. Like, there'll be times where like I really enjoy him, and there'll be times I find him extremely annoying and over the top. And I think if there was a third person there, like maybe a Chris Hero, maybe a Nigel McGuinness, I think it would add something to the announce team. Just a little thing that I wrote down. One thing I'd like to see as well, I don't want them to mention AEW very much. Like, I know they're both owned by the same guy, but you don't have to remind us. For me personally, I would treat Ring of Honor and AEW as separate brands. Whatever happens on AEW doesn't affect anything on Ring of Honor. You know, maybe we have Claudio as a babyface in Ring of Honor, but on TV, on AEW, he's a heel. Same thing with Wheeler Yuta. Maybe in Ring of Honor, he's a face. On AEW, he's a heel. So I don't want them to mention AEW. Keep them separate. Keep separate brands, separate roster. Just separate them as much as possible. And then I wrote down a bunch of names that I'd like to see on Ring of Honor. So for me personally, as far as the roster goes, I want it to be a mix of like original Ring of Honor guys, and you have that, you know, your Claudio Castagnolis, Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal, Colt Cabana, and then guys who were with Ring of Honor before it folded. But I don't know if they're signed. Guys like Rhett Titus, Shane Taylor, Dalton Castle. I think Dalton Castle is signed with AEW or under that umbrella. but I'm not 100% sure. And I also want to see it feature people from AEW, but they're not doing anything with. You know, I got a list of guys here that aren't doing anything with on AEW, and the roster's so big. It's like, hey, instead of having these guys signed and doing nothing, just bring them to Ring of Honor, do some stuff with them there. So we'll talk about that list in a second. And I want to see other guys. I want to see top indie guys. I want to see new guys that are kind of on the brink of breaking into the kind of next echelon of wrestling, guys making a name for themselves, because that's what Ring of Honor was at one point. It was like a super indie where it's all the top names on the indie scene, CM Punk, Joe, all those guys, Nigel McGuinness, and you basically make like a super card of indie matches. So I'd like to see that with Ring of Honor. Obviously, they brought in a few here, Metalik and Blake Christian. Those are two top indie names. More so Blake Christian. Metalik, I think he's doing stuff with New Japan. I know Blake Christian, he does a lot of stuff with GCW. But yeah, I'd like to see it kind of be a revolving door of sorts. But I'd also like to see a steady, consistent roster of guys. So I don't want it to kind of always be like, oh shit, who's going to appear on the show? I don't know who's on the roster. But I wrote down a list of people who I think would be good fits for Ring of Honor that are signed with AEW that aren't really doing anything at the moment, or maybe they're out injured, and maybe when they come back. So I'm just going to go through the list real quick. So we've got Action Andretti. To be honest, I think he's just going to get lost in the shuffle on AEW. I think Ring of Honor would be a better place for him. Next, Abaddon. Abaddon, who's been on the roster for so long, almost since the inception of AEW, and she's done absolutely nothing. Her biggest claim to fame that I can remember is having a match with Britt Baker, like during October. It was like a Halloween type thing. And ever since then, she's like not appeared. So it's like, fuck it, just put her on Ring of Honor. She can kind of help build up the women's division. Same thing with Red Velvet. She's part of the AEW roster, not really doing anything at the moment. She had her feud with Jade Cargill. Now they're not doing anything with her. Hey, put her in Ring of Honor. This is a tag team, Angelico, Luther, and Serpentico. Before they were Chaos Project, but with the addition of Angelico, I'm not sure what they're called now. Yeah, I'd like to see them doing some Ring of Honor stuff. I like Angelico. Maybe even just keep him as a singles guy on Ring of Honor. Just have him do some stuff that we saw in like Lucha Underground. But if they're coming as a group, they can be a little trios team. Next, a guy I have no idea why they fucking signed to the roster, because when they announced that they signed this guy, I was like, this guy's just going to get lost in the shuffle. He's going to do absolutely nothing. He's going to sit on the sidelines. And that's pretty much what he's done so far. Bandito is part of the AEW roster, and I think he's had like 3 matches or something like that. He's done almost nothing. And it's like, why the fuck did you even sign this guy just to have him sit down? I don't know if he has an injury or visa issues of some sort. I'm not too sure, but he's doing absolutely nothing in AEW. Bring him to Ring of Honor. He's a former Ring of Honor world champion. A good name value to the brand of having like a top guy there, a former Ring of Honor world champion. So bring him on over. Brian Pillman Jr., I actually like him quite a bit. I think him and Griff Garrison as a team, they're okay. Maybe bring them in as a team and then Pillman turns on Griff Garrison. You can have that happen. But I'd like to see Brian Pillman do some single stuff, and I think Ring of Honor would be the perfect place for him to do it. Next, Layla Hirsch. I believe she's out with an injury right now, but I think Ring of Honor would be a better place for her. Same thing with Serena Deeb. I'm not sure if she's injured, but right now she's not really doing anything. She could be injured, I'm not too sure. But she's kind of like a wrestler's wrestler, and I think that'd fit perfect with Ring of Honor. Roosh and Preston Vance, they're doing absolutely nothing in AEW, and I think they'd be better off in Ring of Honor. Plus, you got Roosh, former world champion, Ring of Honor world champion. Preston Vance can kind of be as heavy, but maybe you can kind of rebuild LFI and have them be a top heel group in Ring of Honor. I just think they're better off there. Roosh has appeared more on AEW in the past few months. Right now, he's kind of a small fish in a big pond. I think with Ring of Honor, he'd be a big fish in a small pond, so I think it'd be a better fit for him and Preston. Scorpio Sky, I actually like Scorpio. I've enjoyed pretty much all the stuff that he's done when he was part of SCU, when he was Men of the Year with Ethan Page, the stuff he did with America's Top Team. I've liked it all. I'm actually a big fan of Scorpio Sky. And AEW just kind of seems pretty crowded at the moment. And I think this is another one where he can be, I wouldn't say he's a big fish, he can be kind of a medium-sized fish in a small pond. I think he has a decent sized name that he can bring in, where he's like, hey, I'm a former AEW Tag Team Champion. I'm a former AEW TNT Champion. I've won the Trios title in Ring of Honor. I'm a former champion there. I think he even won the tag titles. I could be wrong on that. I know he definitely won the Trios title. But I think he could be a solid like mid-card heel guy. Maybe even want him as a face. Maybe move him up to the main event type scene. I think he would just be a better fit for Ring of Honor, in my opinion. Tony Nese, he's another guy not really doing too much on AEW. He's kind of part of that Trust Busters group, the varsity athletes with Josh Woods and Mark Sterling. So I think Ring of Honor would be a better spot for him. And then the next three names I'm going to mention, they are really doing nothing with them, and I think Ring of Honor would be a better spot for them. First one being Pac. Pac is a guy who is on the roster for AEW, but he comes and goes so much. I don't know if it's visa issues or whatnot, but there'll be a time where he's like appearing nonstop, and then he'll disappear for like 4 months. And then he'll appear for another 2 months, and then he's gone for another 4 months. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they just, creative has nothing for you. The last time we saw him was the ladder match against the Elite for the Trios title, and I think that was like beginning of January. We're at the end of March. So it's like, I don't know if they just don't have anything for him. Visa issues, injury, I'm not too sure. He can be a huge fish in a small pond with Ring of Honor. I think that might be a cool spot for him. Next, Lance Archer. He's another one like Pac, where he's actually more sporadic, where he'll just be gone for huge periods of time. And you even kind of forget like he's on the roster. And I think Ring of Honor would be a thing where he's a huge fish in a very small pond. And if it doesn't work out with Ring of Honor, just get rid of him. Just, have him go to New Japan. He can, work there. Maybe WWE wants him, Impact Wrestling, something else. But I'd say bring him to Ring of Honor. If it doesn't work out there, just get rid of him. And a name that might shock some people that I think I would like to see on Ring of Honor, Miro. Miro is another guy. He's been off TV for so long. It's coming up on like 7-8 months. Last time he appeared was Forbidden Door. That was in like July or some shit, June or July. We're in end of March, almost April. Like, what the fuck are they doing with him? The fans love him, so I don't know why they don't have him on TV. It's really fucking weird. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe Ring of Honor is the better spot for him. Maybe it's too crowded in AEW. Maybe, you got a lot of top guys. Moxley, Hangman, MJF, you got the Elite. You got a lot of moving parts there. Jericho Appreciation Society, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know if Miro kind of necessarily fits in with those guys. I'd like to think he does, but hey, just throw him in Ring of Honor. Fuck it. Just put him there. I think he can tear it up there. And any of those guys that I mentioned, even if it's just like 6 months or whatever, 6-8 months, maybe a year, they're not doing anything with them. Have them come to Ring of Honor, work some matches. Hey, you figure out something for them to do on AEW. They can go back to TV on AEW. And then you can kind of switch guys up and down. That's something that I'd like to see them do more with the roster, because the roster is just so fucking big. It's like, use these guys. You've got so many guys. You got so many hours of TV too. You got Dark, you got Elevation, you got Dynamite, you got Rampage, and now you have Ring of Honor on Honor Club. I don't know what the show's called. We're just going to call it that. Have them appear all over. They're all owned by the same guy at the end of the day, so it's like, fuck it, come on, use these guys, get your money's worth for signing them. So just a couple things I'd like to see in the coming months. Hopefully they come to fruition. Like I said, I haven't watched episode 2 or 3, so I can't really speak on if those plans are coming to fruition. Obviously right now they have Eddie Kingston in Ring of Honor. They wrote him off TV in AEW, so he's going to do some stuff in Ring of Honor for a while, maybe even win the title. Who knows? So that was some wrestling talk, some Ring of Honor talk. I don't know how many people are interested in Ring of Honor. I think for the most part, people are like AEW or WWE, and it's kind of like anything else is like, oh, it's cool, but I'm not interested. But hey, we just talked about AEW last episode with Revolution. Before that, we talked about Elimination Chamber in WWE. Maybe for the next episode, we'll talk WrestleMania if the next episode comes out before or after WrestleMania. But there'll be more wrestling to talk about in the coming episodes, so look forward to that. Next, we'll just talk about the movie I watched and the comedy special. So the comedy special was a quick little thing. It was a comedian by the name of Shane Gillis, who was in the news a few years back, where he was hired as part of SNL, and then literally a day later he was fired because something he said on a podcast about Asian people. It was some pretty offensive stuff, and he's come out and said, hey, what I said was offensive. But lately, I don't know, I've just been seeing a lot of his podcast clips being recommended to me on YouTube. And I've been watching them and I've been enjoying them. And I'm like, oh shit, he's got this comedy special. It keeps being recommended to me. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I've enjoyed him on the podcast. I think he's funny. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch his comedy special. And his comedy special is called Live in Austin. And it's free on YouTube, so anybody can go watch it. Shane Gillis, Live in Austin. That's what it's called. It's about 46 minutes. And I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really funny. It's not for everybody. His humor is very edgy. If you're easily offended, I would say don't watch it. But if you are looking for something funny, a good comedy special, I'd say check it out. He talks about Fox News. He does a really good Trump impression. Probably one of the best Trump impressions I've ever seen. As far as Fox News, he talks about how his dad watches a lot of Fox News. Talks about his family. He talks about coaching kids who are disabled. It was really funny. I really enjoyed it, and I'd actually highly recommend it if you're looking for a comedy special to watch. And then the only movie I watched, and it was a movie I was not even planning on watching. Like I said earlier, I was really not looking for any movie. Like, anytime I tried to watch a movie or pick a movie to watch, I was just like, man, I don't want to watch this, or I just didn't want to watch anything. Nothing interested me, So when I ended up landing on this movie, I was kind of like, okay, that's a weird one. But the movie I ended up watching was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. It's a movie that's kind of a sequel to the show, Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale. I don't know if anybody remembers that. That's from the late 80s, early 90s. Probably one of the best kids theme songs. Chip and Dale, dun, dun, dun. Like, just a classic show. Like, I remember watching this shit as a kid, and I loved it. It was a great cartoon. I really, really enjoyed it. And when I saw there was a movie about it, I'm like, how the fuck is this gonna be? Because it's like live action, but they're animated. It's like, what is the story gonna be? I was just more confused than anything. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this. I have zero expectations going in, but you know what? I'm gonna check this movie out. And I gotta say, I was blown away. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Good story. Pretty good voice acting. There's one person I didn't really care for. We'll talk about that in a second. I thought the animation was good. I really, really enjoyed the story. I thought it was funny and well thought out. It's very creative, very funny. A lot of funny moments in the movie. And not just like kid stuff where it's like Minions, like making loud noises and stuff where kids would like it. Like, it's adult jokes. So I'd actually really recommend this movie, but I'll break it down a little bit. So the movie is about Chip and Dale, obviously. It's 30 years after their run as the Rescue Rangers. So basically they're real people, or they're real cartoons, but they're actors, And their show, the Rescue Rangers, ended, and they both live different lives. You have Chip, who's he works 9 to 5, he sells insurance, and Dale is he's a struggling actor. He goes to the conventions, people want to see the Rescue Ranger type stuff. The story is they end up coming together because cartoon characters are going missing and they're being visually altered and starring in bootleg movies. It's actually a really well thought out movie. I know that might not sound very interesting, but the way they executed it was chef's kiss. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. In terms of the voices, so we have Andy Samberg and John Mulaney. They were Chip and Dale. Andy Samberg was Dale and John Mulaney was Chip. I liked Andy Samberg as Dale. I thought it fit very well. John Mulaney as Chip, I don't know. There was points where I just was not digging the voice at all. It really took me out of it. It just sounded like John Mulaney. I don't know. I just couldn't get invested at points with John Mulaney talking as Chip. I just kept being like, okay, that's not Chip, that's John Mulaney doing the voice. So it was very off-putting for me, and a little annoying. But what can you do? I thought he did okay as Chip, but just the voice after a while just kind of kept taking me out. But as far as that, we also had Seth Rogen, J.K. Simmons, Eric Bana, Will Arnett, Kiki Lane, and Flula Borg. They were all starring in the movie. And the movie is pretty cool. It's kind of like Roger Rabbit, where you have humans and animated characters. They live together. And man, the amount of fucking Easter eggs and different IPs they used in this movie was insane. Just when I thought, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit appears in the movie. Like, it was fucking crazy. In this movie, you've got, I wrote down a few names. You got Simpsons, Rick and Morty, E.T., Transformers, Batman, a bunch of Disney characters, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and one of my personal favorites, Ugly Sonic. If you remember when the Sonic movie was originally announced and the trailer was revealed, and the Sonic from that movie where he had real human teeth, backlash was so bad, they're like, hey, you know what? We're going to delay this movie and we're going to redesign Sonic. In this movie, they keep Ugly Sonic and they refer to him as Ugly Sonic, which is kind of mean. And he has the human teeth and everything, but he actually plays a pretty big role in the movie. And I thought that was just a really fun callback. But I don't know how they got away with adding all these characters. But man, shout out to the person who organized all this. They fucking killed it. Like, it was awesome. And it was just kind of like a throwback to my childhood. Honestly, I would say if you grew up in the 90s or like early 2000s and you grew up with like a lot of cartoons, they are probably in this movie. It was just really fun. I really enjoyed it. And I cannot recommend this movie enough. Really fun movie, funny. Animation was awesome. I loved how Chip and Dale, where Chip is like drawn like he was in the cartoons, and then Dale, because he's an actor, and you know, actors usually get like work done on their faces, fillers and all that type of shit. He ends up getting a CG transplant where instead of being like a 2D drawing, he ends up being a 3D CGI character. And I just thought it was hilarious. It was just super funny. And yeah, I cannot recommend this one enough. It was awesome. Like, at any point in your life, if you watch cartoons, watch this movie. It is the movie for you. And like I said, I had zero expectations going into it. I was not expecting this to be anything of substance. And boy, was I fucking shocked. Really, really fun adventure. I can't say enough good things. And if you are interested in watching it, it is a Disney Plus exclusive. Didn't watch much for this episode, but the stuff that I did watch, I enjoyed quite a bit. Speaking of stuff I enjoyed quite a bit, Coromon, this episode of Gangster Plays, I enjoyed quite a bit. Fun throwback for me. I guess that was kind of a theme with Chip and Dale, but yeah, this just took me back to my days playing Pokemon as a kid. I was very surprised with the designs of the Coromon. I thought they were going to be kind of shit, because if you look at like the newer Pokemon stuff, a lot of the designs are dog shit. So it's like, ugh, if the Pokemon aren't looking good, how the fuck are the Coromon gonna look? But I'm happy to say that the Coromon designs were actually pretty good. Some cool names. Cub Zero, one of my favorites. If you're interested in checking out Coromon, I believe it is a Steam only game. I'll leave a link in the description for Coromon. You can just go click and buy it there. And yeah, that is going to be it for me in this episode of Gangster Plays. Look forward to the next episode, episode 308, where I'm going to kind of give a little tease for the next episode. The game we will be playing will correlate with a movie that will be coming out early April. Look forward to the next episode. I'll just reveal it. We're going to play a Mario game for the next episode because the Super Mario movie is coming out April 4th or 5th. I want to do a Mario game to kind of celebrate that movie coming out. So I'm not sure which Mario game I'm going to be doing, but I do plan on doing a Mario game of some sort. So look forward to the next episode. And so yeah, that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Gangsta Plays, episode 307. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. It shows your support for the series, and it shows me that you enjoyed the video, which I greatly appreciate. As far as everything else, look forward to other stuff that's coming out. Like I said, Gotham Knights currently going on the channel, and starting that next series, hopefully relatively soon. I would say it wouldn't be up by the time you're watching this. It'll probably be up by the next episode of Gangster Plays, and if so, I'll talk about it there, but just something to look forward to. So that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you guys next time, and until then, guys, Peace out.